kind of day I ordered. And, hi.
You know you're going to be in the film in a little while later.
You gonna pump some water, dear?
Oh, I got it.
That's right, put up the word.
Okay, now who are you two?
Yeah, well, we're on camera.
Yeah.
We're on candid camera.
Okay, now tell who you are.
I'm Fred Gerlach, she's my sister-in-law.
Okay.
I think you knew anyway.
Oh yeah, well we'll talk to you interviewing you. Say who you are.
I'm Gladys, change. My husband Bill.
Unfortunately.
And he can't talk.
You can't talk.
His boss, actually. It's a $2 million home up the hill. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Say hi.
Hello.
This is Baby Max, and do you realize that this is where your Nana went to school?
I know him. Luckily, I know this guy.
School. It's Dave Gerlach's 50th birthday. I'm going around interviewing everybody. We'll get in on some conversations here. You'll have to say who you are. You're going to say who you are. I didn't hear that. This is Gene Ingram and Joe Williams.
I'm a man of good words.
He never used to be. Times have changed. He's referring to the ball over here.
That's what daughter and the wife is one of the white. Karen.
Candid camera. Say who you are.
Pebbles.
This is. And who are you?
Pebbles. What girl?
Taking pictures of these mosquitoes.
I'm looking for my
Oh, damn it. I wonder what she wants us to do.
laugh, I guess.
You're supposed to talk. Just carry on your conversation.
We have. What are we supposed to say?
Heads up.
Ooh. Okay. Say who you are.
This is, you're all hot and bothered? This is Dave. We used to go to school together. For how many years? We used to play together in the bush over there.
We used to play ball too, remember that?
Yeah, you used to be pretty good, I remember. But then I saw you try to catch a ball out there. I was sitting there with the paint and I said, watch this Sheila Sorry. I said, she used to be the best ball player there was. And here comes a nice little, no, I was quite horrible. Here comes a nice little softball and you go,
Well,
and you used to be able to run like a deer. Now you pop after 47 makes you. Really? You only look 37.
well, I know. It's terrible.
I see you brought your grandfather with you today.
Yes.
How's he doing?
I thought it was good to do.
Yeah, that was nice of you. I see you left his wheelchair at home.
Actually, it does very well on me.
That's good, yeah.
Better off farming.
This is the sister.
Oh,
Hi, sister. Oh, you are.
Look, I got thorns in me and.
Just
You'd
a
never
minute.
believe that my sister is 10 years older than me. Are you the old one? No, you're the young one or the old one?
I'm the old one.
You're the old one, yeah. The young one's where? Behind the camera? Yeah.
Have you got a quarter thing on there, voice thing?
Yeah.
No. That's what I thought because you were talking
Yeah.
so much.
Well, you better get back to your wheelchair now, sweetie.
No, I'm playing ball. Oh my God.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
No, I'm Jack's wife. How's that, eh?
Say who you are.
I'm Glenn.
Just maybe. No,
I'm Larry.
And I'm Emmett.
Yes.
And we're from Calgary. Here for Dave's big 50th.
Right. Yes. And we're waiting for supper.
Oh,
Getting hungry.
okay. So I'll turn the garbage can.
down into the ditches.
Doesn't like going in garbage cans.
And I had one barbed wire. Oh no, it caught in my sleeve. And I had my hand on the fence post, and then it moved. And I could, and then there's a hill, and I kept couldn't get on hooked. I was really in desperate situation.
Now what do I do?
And now that they've outlawed strippers,
Well, I know.
have trouble with it. But that's still in the working.
Oh, it's still in the workings. They have.
Well, then you'd
We
be
still
all right.
got strippers. They'll never outlaw strippers.
So instead, there was some woman out. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Say who you are.
Hi, I'm Christina Gerlach. Nice to meet you. Yes. Really? Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't forget.
Who was it? Do you remember his name?
Here.
Were you on camera? Candid camera.
Oliver O'Hara.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
I guess he was a real bully.
Christ, you had to stand on a brick to look up a duck's ass.
Well, when I was about 5 or 6, he was still going to school. About 17. What? What? Meaner.
Of course, he would be a bully.
How are you doing? Just fine. It was nice of you to come.
Just throwing the last drop.
Yeah. That's
You guys have to say who you are.
We do.
Yeah, who are you?
Does that talk?
Yes.
Does?
Yes.
No, not a movie camera.
Hi, we're doing it.
Who are you? Say your names.
Marlene.
Oh, there we go. I got you now. Marion. Okay, there now I've got the two of you. What else do you have to say?
Mary Gerlach.
You're here for Dave's
50th birthday.
Yes, is that why you're here?
That's why we're here.
Okay, well, we'll talk to you later.
Good
Bye.
Good enough.
Yeah, that's the guy.
You're not the one that has the longest hair.
Hi!
You didn't know my daughter.
No, they well, she was asking about it. Hey, there was phone calls going on.
She worked in the stuff. Oh, is that right? Maybe you were off then.
Maybe we're wondering. How old is she?
Still all
Christ, she'd be
all in upstairs.
Hi, Fred. How are you doing?
That was going on.
Yeah, I had a long ways to come.
Yeah, we was back then.
I shouldn't have, but I did.
Sure are. Trouble is, looking good.
Kelly. Kelly Heath. Hi.
Is she here?
This is Mrs. Sorum.
Yes, I know, yeah.
I told her you just got
Oh, hi.
Hello.
You gotta get one of the cook here. You gotta get one of the cook, yeah. Gotta tell him how good it is, Bill. Yeah, tell him your secret.
Best I've ever made. If they don't like this, they won't like anything. Whoops, see? knocked the socks right off the bottom of the stove. This did.
No wonder why that was all taped up. Now I know.
The heat brought it out.
Tape off, sure. As long as it doesn't land on your toe, maybe I'd be better to take
No,
right
just
off.
one hinge on it.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Right, that was so.
Fred.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those people that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Bill Tainch. I've had the terrible experience of being Dave's friend for some 30 years. And let me tell you, it's been an experience. The reason we're all gathered here together is because Mary Jo said anybody that could live with this guy for 11 years and make it to the age of 50, she wanted to throw a party. So forget about the 50th birthday. It's really not why we're here. By the way, I'm wearing my famous Oiler t-shirt. I heard a few boos as I heard a few boos from the chicken gallery. And I'm very pleased to let you know that we're well without Curry. I understand that we're going to make a couple of trades with Vancouver for those two Russians. Having a little fun later. I don't know if Dave knows about it, but there's a few people that have some things they want to tell all of his friends about. And by the way, as when you drove in, I know there's a lot of strangers here that really have never met Dave before, because we had to rent a crowd in order to have people here, and it costs a lot of money to get new people out. Renting a crowd today is not easy. I'd like to take this opportunity to call on, before we have our dinner, Art Gerlach to say the blessing. Yes, Art, you're excited.
It gives me a lot of pleasure to be able to speak on this occasion. But first, before I ever say anything, I want to tell you about 50 years ago when I stood on this very stage here and was asked to say something at our Christmas concert. And what I said was, way over there, not far off, the frog jumped up and his tail dropped off. So another thing about 50 years ago, Mary and I, we had our 50th wedding anniversary. So that was about 50 year and a half ago. Today I'm asked by Mary Jo to say grace this occasion, and I think the 50 years is starting to kind of get me down. So all I can say to this is God bless this week.
You'll all charge your glasses. glasses. This is Canada Day, regardless of what we've got left of it. For the Queen. Now we're going to eat. As soon as we're done eating, we're going to have a little fun. So I'd ask Davey and his wonderful wife Mary Jo to lead your table up, and we'll just go right down that side, in the middle, and then down to that end of the table, and up to here as you go through the line. Mary Jo, lead the way. Follow up. Davey, can I have you right here, please? Right here. Please come and see you. Everybody wants to see you. I want them to be there. They want to see you because there's a lot of people have 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, testing. How's that? Too loud? Okay, up, and away. How's that? Good. Thank you.
Well, that's what the email going to do. Somebody on the internet.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Glenn, they're calling you.
By yourself as you get closer. Red Sire, where are you? Glenn Johnson, let's come up here. Waiting for you. Let's have a little hustle there. I want to leave too. You're going to get him. Sit right in there beside you. Take care of it for me, please. Because
I don't want to sit beside him.
yeah, you have to sit with him and look at him.
Jeannie's right here.
I think the hell out of everybody here, so I don't have to read what's going on here.
Down in front.
There's a lot of green power in this table.
Down in front. Down in front.
We can always move this.
First of all, again, welcome to the Dave Gerlach evening on his 50th birthday. He's only 49, coming 50. Indeed, it's my pleasure, and some of the fellows said that they would like to say a few words about Dave, and of course it's very difficult. I want you to know that for 3 days I sat in my office. And I put things down on paper and I gave them to my secretary to type. She said, well, you can't say those things in a mixed crowd. So I had to invite some help. And so to make the evening very enjoyable, Dave, all of your friends and people here would like you to know that we're only here to tell the truth. So everything you hear tonight is going to be the truth. Now the first person that's going to roast Mr. Gerlach this evening is Gene Ingram. Now some of you might know Gene Ingram from the time he owned the Stettler Hotel. Now, when Gene Ingram came to Settler Hotel, he was a very successful businessman, and what he did is that every Saturday he had a free barbecue. And he had a pit in the middle of the Stettler Hotel, and they barbecued a donkey. And they invited everybody in for a free piece of ass. Gene Ingram.
How does the telephone
The dog's in here now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've known Davey for over 30 years, and I'll tell you, I know a little story that when Davey was just coming out of high school and he just was starting to mix with everybody, and Bill, Tench, and I and Dave were in Edmonton. So Davey, he wasn't too, you know, he wasn't too familiar with gals, so he wanted to go out for the evening. So Bill and I took him out. So we got him this dancing girl. So Davey, he didn't have too much money in those days. He was running the Greater Dick Section. So he approached this gal, and he said, you know, he said, I'd like to have your company for the night. He said, what does it cost? Oh, he says, $100. Davey says, I'm only good for 4 minutes. He said, what do I do for the rest of the time? The gal said, I'll rub you back for the rest. However, I'll get back to the serious part. Davey was a real good curler. Real good representative of the community. And one thing I hate to admit this, it never went to his head. However, he was a great fellow for reading the ice. So therefore, Davey had a party lined up, a wiener roast or some kind of roast down at Beaver Lake. So being a good curler as he was, he always tried to read the ice the best he could. So the ice was a little bit rough. So what Davey did, he went out to check it, but he didn't go too far, I thought. He got underneath the ice and started reading it from the bottom.
Buffalo Lake.
And Buffalo Lake. So therefore, I got a little present for Davey.
Oh, nicely done.
Davey, if you'll get up here. Yes. We didn't have time to wrap it, Davey, but however, seeing that you're such a representative of the community, I want you to, in honor of the people, I want you to take this and use it for whenever you read it. I'd like to know that. You gotta open, you gotta open. Whenever he goes on the Buffalo Lake, he can use his snorkel tube and he's good for reading the ice. But listen, I think that's getting carried away a little bit. Okay, I got to get back to the serious part of it. Davey was a real good policeman when he was in the Calgary Police Force. This goes back to a party at the Elbow Lodge. So Davey was having a few drinks, and he was on duty. He had to go back to work, and he got back on the highway, and there was a bunch of oil wagons having a party there in the Elbow Lodge. So it was getting about 3 o'clock in the morning. Dave stopped in for coffee, and he took off, he had to go back to work. So these ladies were going back to Oaks and High River, and this one lady, they were at Bondsfield there. So there was 4 of them, and one of them was invited to a party, have another drink, and the other one, Margaret, says, no, I said, I'm sorry, she said, I gotta go, so I've got babysitters, gotta pay for them. She's gotta go home, she's gotta go to school. Anyway, Margaret, she gets in there, stays for another drink or 2. So Dave's on duty, and he's patrolling the plow trail. This lady's going down the plow trail, which is Luther, Dave gets in behind her. So she wheeled into a service station, she run in, to the bathroom. She come out, Dave was waiting for her. She said to Dave, she said, she said, you thought I wasn't gonna make it, eh? Dave says, listen, ma'am, he said, you've been drinking. She says, I think I'll take you in for a breathalyzer. He takes her downtown, he gives her a breathalyzer. And Dave turned around to her and he said, Margaret, he said, boy, he said, that must have been a stiff one. He said, that you took there before that, when you left that party. She said, oh my God, Mr. Gerlach, does that show up too? Getting back to Dave. Dave, I gotta shake your hand. You've been to the Silver Room in Scotland. It never went to your head. I hate to admit this. It never did go to his head. He still, the same Davy Gerlach that came out of kindergarten school here years ago, as I met him 30 years ago, he's never changed. And I'd like to congratulate you, Dave, on his 50th birthday. And I think you've been a wonderful representative to the community of Stettler. You've held your head high and you've always been a gentleman. I thank you, and I'm happy to be invited. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gene. That's not the way you told me the story. Sure as hell a lot different than the stories he was telling me for the last few days. But they were close, Gene. I mean, we can fill in between the lines. Actually speaking, Davey was just one hell of a police officer when he was a police officer down there in Calgary. As a matter of fact, I remember one weekend he was telling me this story. And he said, this fellow, he came up and he came to a stop sign. And he didn't stop, he pulled through the stop sign. So Davey pulled the fellow over and he said to him, sir, he said, you didn't stop at that stop sign. And the guy said, well, no, but he said, I pulled up and I went very slow. I looked both ways. He said, I pulled down. And of course, Davey's a pretty big boy, and he grabbed the guy, pulled him out of the car, and he took out his billy club and beat the hell out of him with his billy club. And he's looking down at him, he says, now, do you want me to stop or slow down? What can I say? Reminds me, introducing the next fellow, is that member of the community. Fred, of course, has been around this community for a long time. One of the unfortunate situations is that he had a daughter, and he was apparently he and his wife were always beating on his daughter, and she was getting beat up. I should really tell this.
It's me.
A lot of people probably don't know it. So anyway, the thing ended up in court. Of course, the girl was 13 years of age, and so she got in there, and the judge looked down at the little girl, and she was on the stand and said, do you want to live with your mother? The little girl says, no, I don't want to live with my mother because she beats me. And he said, well, do you want to live with your father? The little girl says, no, I don't want to live with my father. He beats me, and he beats me harder than my mother. Well, he said, who do you want to live with? She said, I'd like to live with the Calgary Flames. They don't beat anybody. Please welcome Fred Sire.
Davey, I mean Mongrel. Back in the hotel. We have Mongrel standing at the back. This piece of paper is already been shot with a shotgun. A number 4 12 gauge.